What's up guys, Ruben Velasquez here, aka the Nintendo God, and in today's episode I'm going to be reviewing for you guys Splatoon 3 for the Nintendo Switch 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's review as much as I did making it. And with that being said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and comment down below what is your favorite weapon type in Splatoon 3. With that being said, I'm going to be reviewing this game in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So Splatoon 3 came out, I believe, in 2022, 2021, around that time. And it's the third Splatoon game in the franchise. How it's literally called Splatoon 3, that's kind of obvious, but for the review I gotta point that out. And it really doesn't do much different when it comes to its gameplay. You know, Splatoon is all about online shooting and inking the most turf to win each match. And with Splatoon 3, it's just the same, except they do add a few new things that are slightly different. And that is, you don't spawn immediately like on the in the map itself. You kind of spawn outside of the map, on like these little floating cubes or something. And the cubes, like, you basically aim where you want to go on the map, and the cubes basically just rocket shoot you to the map on the location you marked that you want to, land at. Because if you don't know, in previous Splatoon games, like in Splatoon 1 and 2, that wasn't a thing. You just instantly, like, if you die or something, or if you start a match, you instantly are just already in the map, and there's like a little circle, like safe zone, I guess, where you keep on spawning in after you die in a match. But with Splatoon 3, that's not the case. They kind of changed that a little bit, with the whole cube thing shooting you to the map instead. They do add a few new weapon types. Now, I haven't been playing Splatoon 3 as much as anyone would at this point. I only clock in at about like 6 hours on this game, because honestly, if you haven't seen my Splatoon 2 review on Tuesday, then you wouldn't know this, but basically I've been playing Splatoon 2 a lot more than Splatoon 3, and that's only because it's easier to win in Splatoon 2, because not a lot of good players are playing Splatoon 2 in 2026, and also because it's just easier to level up in Splatoon 2 than it is in Splatoon 3. But yeah, I only clocked in about 6 hours in Splatoon 3, and Splatoon 2 I have about like almost 20 hours in total. So I played Splatoon 2 a lot more so far. But yeah, I don't know why Splatoon 3 is just not as, fun for me. Don't get me wrong, this game is hella fun to play online. But for me, it's just, I guess it's the fact that it's harder to level up in Splatoon 3 than it is in Splatoon 2. Hell, it was even easier to level up in Splatoon 1, if I remember correctly. Back when the Wii still had online connectivity, before the Nintendo shut it down. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know, I think it's just the fact that it's harder to level up in this game than it is in the first two games. So that's why I don't really play Splatoon 3 that much. If I'm going to be playing a Splatoon game on my Switch, I'd rather play Splatoon 2, honestly. I have played the adventure mode in this game. It's sort of good. I mean, not as good as Splatoon 1's story mode, or hell, even Splatoon 2's story mode, plus Octo expansion, so, I guess Splatoon 3's story mode is somewhat acceptable if you want to play Splatoon for the first time and you play this game for the first time, like it's your first Splatoon game. But when it comes to its story mode, if you're a longtime fan of Splatoon like me, then this story mode does not hit as hard as the other two games does. I mean, that's just my opinion. You could say other stuff about Splatoon 3 in the comments about how it's your favorite Splatoon game in the series, how the adventure mode is peak better than the second story mode, or the first game story mode. So it's like, you could have other opinions, and I wouldn't mind your opinions, guys. Feel free to comment about your opinions, but these reviews are just for me to let y'all know about my opinions on the games that I play, so. And for some reason, I just don't like the story mode in this game. It's just, I guess, after Splatoon 1's peak story mode finale and Splatoon 2's peak story mode finale, I kind of felt burned out of Splatoon story modes by the time I started playing the third game, so I was kind of burnt out to playing story mode in a shooting game, so... Because if I'm going to be playing a story mode game, I'd rather be playing like a story mode game like Zelda or Metroid, or hell, even the ones that aren't really story-filled or story-driven, like Donkey Kong or Kirby. Or hell, even sometimes Mario games, you know? But I like to play those story modes because they're fun, and they're endless fun for me. But, you know, when you're playing a game that's mainly focused on online, you know, playing, when you play a single-player offline mode, like story mode, so many times too, it kind of lets you get burnt out. Like, I think the only other shooting game that I played that had a story mode was Call of Duty Ghosts, I believe. When I had my Wii U back in the day, Call of Duty Ghosts was one of the first few Call of Duty games I ever played. In the adventure mode there, it was fun. Not gonna lie, the adventure mode in Call of Duty Ghosts was fun for me, but I wouldn't say I enjoyed it a lot like I do with other story mode games. It's just, I guess it's just the curse I have when it comes to shooting online shooters. Like, hell, I didn't play Fortnite back then when the Save the World was the main focus before online shooting was a thing for Fortnite, but even though they brought back Save the World in Fortnite recently, I didn't try it out because why would I play an online shooter for its story mode? Like, that's not what it's mainly focused for, you know? But yeah, what I'm trying to say is Splatoon 3 story mode didn't hit with me as other story mode games do, is what I'm trying to say. Mostly because this is an online shooter, not meant for story. But yeah, this game is still pretty good. I highly recommend it for anybody who's new to Splatoon, who's like new to the franchise. You know, you're gonna have loads of fun with this game if you're new, but for me, it's just, I don't know. Splatoon 2 is just way better of a game than Splatoon 3, honestly. Hell, even Splatoon 1 is better than Splatoon 3, even though it's already over a decade old game. But yeah, with that being said, that's where we'll be ending up today's review of Splatoon 3. If I had to rate this game, like a 1 to a 10, I'd have to give this game a 4.5 out of 10. I'm sorry, guys. It's not as good as the other two games in the series. But yeah, with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's review of Splatoon 3 as much as I'm making it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and comment down below what is your favorite weapon type or weapon variation in Splatoon 3. And with that being said, I will see you guys on Monday for my Tears of the Kingdom review. So stay tuned for that review when that comes out this Monday next week. And with that being said, this is Ruben Velasquez, aka the Nintendo God, signing out. Peace. Bye, guys.